and get it out of the anchor back there or something. I don't know. I guess I just gotta hit it. Hello internet people. It's absolutely freezing in the shop today and I have an Xterra to reassemble. And I'm just gonna get straight to it. So if you're new, up above my head is the last video where I did some stuff to that truck back there. It's time to get this suspension reassembled and this suspension lift put on. You see that big nut right there? I'm trying to remove it without having to pull the axle. It's possible if you have the right wrench, which I don't think I do. I don't have any wrench whatsoever that will fit over this. Everything I have that's big enough to get over this is too big to fit into here. So I'm gonna try something a little unorthodox. Genius! I don't always have good ideas, but when I have good ideas, I don't know how to finish that off. I was going somewhere with that. Ouch! There you go. There's a Linkin Park song that best represents my emotions right now. I have to pull the axle. So somebody got that. Somebody got that. That one was a reach, but I gotta pull the axle. I was thinking I could do it without it. It's more work to try to just not pull the axle. I don't know why. I was just being stubborn. I was like, I can do it without pulling the axle. I was being stubborn. Almost. Let me get the nut out from there. Got you. Holy crap. That thing was so bad.
You're going.
Don't go. Now I gotta try to beat this guy off. That's terrible. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that ball joint's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. That is terrible. Look at it. What's that noise? The other side came out nice and easy, but I've been using the chisel and banging on the side of the nut and it's turning it, but it's turning the center with it. So it's so rusted together, even penetrating oil still wouldn't help. So I'm just gonna cut the nut. Absolute shit show. Old rusted junk. Don't worry about those little scratches right there. It's fine. I got the nut cut down quite a bit, so hopefully I can just bust a chunk of the nut off and then I'll be able to pound this out through the top. Yeah, peel. There you go. Nope, still turning the whole damn thing. See the whole thing turning? The whole entire part is spinning with it. There you go. Bet you that's hot. Look what I had to do to this thing just to get it off. That's crazy. Oh geez. Yesterday I was using safety wire pliers, making it all nice and pretty. Today I'm just tying knots because I don't care. I should probably put this in my vise. Got it. That mildly hurt my thumb. That's not what ball joints are supposed to do. That's a freshly cleaned and lubed axle and freshly cleaned up suspension that's ready to get reassembled with these guys down here, which I also cleaned up really good around the back sides of them and made sure there was no dirt and crud inside there, and it's all lubed up, ready to go. I did a stupid thing and I left one of the lower ball joints at my house somehow. I don't know, I thought I had both of them with me, but I guess not, so that's okay. It means I can reassemble it mañana. Hello, it's the following morning. I made some little kits last night to make reassembly quick and simple. So I have the left and the right side, all the parts ready I need to go right here. And it should be a fairly quick install, except for the fact that I'm making a YouTube video and that adds like 10 times as much time to the job. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, of course you're not just gonna slide right in there. Maybe I can suck it down with this nut. That's not a wrench, this is a wrench. Somebody got that. That's why they put a nut on the top. It's not to hold it in, it's to help you put it back on. So you can do it on the vehicle without a hydraulic press. This giant wrench is nice. It's powerful. Oh my god. It's like having a portable hydraulic press. Oh, how am I gonna do this on my own? This is like super heavy. It's the thing that sucks between the ball joints.
There it is.
I am so happy that you're next door because I could not do that on my own. Here, bam.
There you go.
Thank you! You just saved me so much hassle. Go teamwork. You guys have no idea how thankful I am having friends close by to help out now, because doing all this stuff on my own was a serious struggle, so I am so happy. I only had a bowl of cereal for breakfast this morning, so I'm absolutely starving. Why is the Miata driving backwards? I gotta take a break. I'm hungry.
That's pretty good. Thick.
That does look really good.
Thick nut.
This is going together really quick though, so just gotta assemble the lower control arm, the custom one.
What's up? Just had to took a breaker on.
Hello.
Hi.
This right here came with the upper control arms. I didn't even expect it to. It's an idler arm brace. So the bottom of the idler arm sits right inside this hole. I'm just gonna put it on the truck and shut up. Let's work. This thing looks like absolute garbage, so I'm taking this thing off and it will get replaced. So this big washer right here has to get removed from the idler arm, and then this guy right here goes underneath it against the frame, just like that, to brace it. Brace yourself. Now the idler arm is braced to the frame, so it doesn't flex. That's gonna be torqued. Please come out of your hole, you pirate hooker. Bushings. Bushings. So I did a thing with the hardware and I bathed it in this rust removal garbage stuff, and I gave it a quick paint job with some silver brake caliper paint that I was going to use in the brake calipers, which I could very well easily paint right now, but I still haven't. Squishy. This thing's hard to squish because of the shape of it. What are you doing?
How did I miss this? You got the perfect opportunity here.
What are you doing, Jeff?
He caught it before me.
He's doing YouTube-y things. Are you doing YouTube-y things?
YouTubeception.
They're gonna start doing YouTube.
No, we're not.
You're gonna start doing YouTube.
No.
There's a camera, it's gonna happen.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Came with a little 90-degree Zerk fitting. I gotta screw that thing in there. Other than that, it's ready to torque all this stuff to spec. I'm gonna try to get this alignment as close as I can, even though I still gotta go to alignment shop right after this. I just bonked myself in the upper lip with this, right against my tooth. I'm gonna have a fat lip. There we go. Just remove that bracket. It's 10:23 at night. Still here because I screwed off too much during the early part of the day chit-chatting. Come on, tighten. Oh, right there. Going down. The front tire is already almost touching the ground, so. Is it higher?
I think so.
I think it's got to be re-indexed. I think we gotta crank the torsion bars a little bit still. I think, but I don't know. I can't tell. I gotta get the lift out of the way. Hello, good morning. It's the next day. I have one last step to do before I can say this is good to go. These guys right here are the adjusters for the torsion bars, and as you can see, that one is hanging down below the frame rail, which you don't exactly want when you're off-roading, because if you damage one of those, you're boned. Now I just gotta whack this thing off and get it out of the anchor back there or something. I don't know. I guess I just gotta hit it. Probably gonna have to put some PV blaster or something in there. Lots of lube. Lots of lube. Got it! That scared the hell out of me. That was mildly terrifying, but it's out of there. Now I can adjust these. Well, I need to put it on the ground to get the ride height where I want it before I stick that back in there. But what I can do is I can make sure these are positioned so they're tucked up inside there. And that way when I go to adjust them, they don't drop below the protection of this frame rail right here. So, I've never done this before, okay? I'm figuring it out as I go. But I like a challenge, I like learning as I go, and I like feeling like an idiot on camera, so I'm checking all those boxes. Basically what I gotta do now that this is all the way protruding is tighten this guy up, which will torsion the bar, hence why it's called a torsion bar, and that should lift the front. The benefit of these new upper control arms from 4x4 Parts is the fact that I will be able to get 3 inches of lift before I get too close to the bump stop, which you can see it's really close to the bump stop right now because the truck's in the air. Safety glasses. I'm gonna have to lower it down and see where I'm at because I might have indexed it too far. Alright, it's lifting it. That is definitely lifting it, so I just gotta keep going on it and I think I'll be fine. Now I'm starting to get a good established baseline of ride height. This is a point where if I want to, I could go ahead and mark where the splines are at, because I know it just needs to come up a little bit from where it's at, and I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to re-index because these are protruding a little bit too much. So I'm gonna mark it now and then redo that. Normally you really wouldn't have to do this because the only reason why I'm doing it is the left side was out of adjustment in relation to the right side. It's pretty much now like I'm starting from scratch had I not touched anything, just because I had to get the left and the right side equalized, if that makes sense. It's hard enough to understand for myself, let alone explain. I'm trying my best. I'm gonna rotate this 3 or 4 splines upward. Oop. So go 3 or 4 splines up. This back in there. Oh shit. I think this will be a good spot to tighten from, where I'll be just close to maxing it out. There you go. That's pretty close right there. I can go a little bit further just to get that nut up inside here, but I want to put it down the ground one more time just to kind of get an idea of what things are looking like before I go and do the other side. There's still 3/4 of an inch of gap on the bump stop, so that should be plenty for alignment. It means I can go maybe a hair higher, maybe. Tighten up these GM nuts. I made one little tweak to it just to make sure it's equal left to right, so I have the same exact measurement, and it should be good. It looks so good already. I'm gonna pull it outside though so you can see it after it kind of settles from moving it. Oh yeah. This made such an improvement already, just backing it out of the garage. In the steering, like, it doesn't feel sloppy anymore, because this had tons of slop in the steering. And replacing everything, it feels tight now. I can't wait to drive this, but it needs an alignment. We're not taking it for a drive until it gets aligned. Oh yeah. It definitely sits nice and level now. The front end's not sagging down like it used to. Yup, that looks good. All right, so I'm gonna end the video off here just because I'm starving, she's starving, and we're gonna try to get to an alignment right now. So, I don't know. I'll see you guys soon with another video. Bye.